going to talk. I'm going to talk like I'm talking to you.
No, so we're off. So we've got a wide angle look at everything ready to assemble. This is our 3035 that we stripped down very recently on a previous video, and it's all been through the cleaner. So now is time to put it back together again.
Yeah.
So, and the new bezels arrived, so we can put the bezel on it as well.
Yeah.
All right, so let me zoom on in. We'll have a closer look here.
So just take a look at everything that's here. I put them in groups, basically as they came out of the cleaner. Wheel train and some brass parts. Barrel, we just klubered the barrel. Dial side, bridges, screws. Automatic winding, we'll worry about that later. We're going to need him when we put the motion works together and the setting. Here's your clean main plate with the protected balances on it.
Mm-hmm. And just giving it a quick looky clean.
Give it a little look. Yep. I noticed my loop's a little foggy. I'll clean that up. And so I'm going to remove the balance.
Okay.
And get them out of the way.
Oh yeah, because we attached that for cleaning.
Mm-hmm. And remember that the balance screw is similar to those other bridge screws. And we're just going to be careful here. We got to lift that a little bit. There we go. So now the balance will come up very easy, gently. Right there. And I'm going to flip him over gently and take a look at my hairspring. Looks good. And now I'm going to set him aside and forget about him.
Yep.
For a while. Okay, so now we got our main plate. Okay. I'm going to stay here for you, if that's where you want me.
Yeah, it's perfect. Very good.
Okay, and I'm going to just kind of just take an overview.
We're trying our all-new tripod and stand, so things should be a bit more steady this time.
Okay.
All right.
So I got my barrel. So I'm going to try to stay right there for you.
So
How's this square here next to this American Crafts? Did you talk about my new mat? I got a brand new mat.
No, because I'm jealous. I don't want to talk about it. I thought you'd bought it for me. When you said I've got you a present, I thought it was for me.
You get the old dirty one.
Well, it doesn't make me feel very good.
Okay. So anyways.
So there's the barrel that we assembled in a previous video.
Where we lubricate, less is more. So we're going to lubricate right where the arbor of the barrel races on the jewel. And remember, this is not a jewel plate. So what's interesting is the 3035 has a bushing, whereas the 3135 does have a jeweled barrel. And remember, later we're going to do a pocket watch, and we're going to jewel the barrel of a pocket watch, which will be fun to jewel it and ream it and jewel it.
Is that fluff on top of the mainspring there, or is that like a little bit of marks or something as you on the outside? Is it just dirt?
No, it's just
fluff.
Wear on the finish because this is an older watch. Yeah, but look, we can get. There's nothing coming off. It's just
wear and tear.
Wear of the plating. So now we're going to take a little bit of D5 or HP, and we're going to lubricate that little surface there. That
the kind of next shoulder on that.
Yeah, and that's where the barrel bridge will sit.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to take a look at our wheels here. And we did clean some parts with it. I'm going to set them aside. And we're going to be left with 5. Never forget the 5. Great wheel. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Escape pallet over here. There's our hack spring. But let's do it again. Barrels on. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Oh, here's our lefty. So we're going to take that wheel. Looks clean, looks good. When we took this watch apart, there weren't any real issues.
No, I seem to remember it was pretty clean.
Yeah. And we do have to put our minute pinion on because it's at center. And we're going to grab him there and take a look at him. He's the one that had that little green jewel on the end, which I think is a plastic nylon jewel. And I'm going to lubricate him. And right where at his friction point.
So I'm just going to move across to there.
Can you see that?
Hang on a sec, let me just check the focus. Yeah. So that's some of the green jewel right on the top.
But this is the minute pinion. not the minute pinion, even though it's minute.
Isn't it a minute minute pinion?
There we go. I'm not going to argue with you.
Smallest bit of lube.
Okay.
And that's the high pressure lube, is it?
Yep.
Dropping that right in the middle.
Drop him in there.
Tang.
In the teeth of the barrel, drive the teeth of the minute pinion. And we need our bridge, which is right here. And you'll see that it is jeweled, even though there's a bushing there, it's jeweled. So we're going to take a real
So you're going to lube it before
judicious
you put it on.
amount of lube. And I'm just going to lube the top of the pivot. Right there. And I'm just going to set them down gently. Flipped over on me. Right there. Bring them around. Set them down. And then we're going to need 2 small screws.
To just secure that.
There's 4 of these.
So hang on, which bridge is this that's going on? Or bridge plate?
This is the minute pinion bridge.
Pinion bridge, okay. How do you know which size screwdriver to use? Just the biggest you can possibly get away with without it being too big? And I guess you get to a point where you just instinctively know which screwdriver tends to work?
If your screwdriver is too big, you could carve out.
Yeah, you start causing damage, but if it's too small, it'll move around too much and kind of thread it.
It'll damage the actual screw. So that's that. And you can see the minute pinion turn. I turn at an angle. We're good. So now it's not a bad moment to put the barrel bridge on. There isn't anything on the bottom side of the barrel bridge. So we're going to go ahead and put the barrel bridge on.
When you say there's nothing on the bottom side, nothing that needs lubricating.
Yeah, some watches might have the crown wheel core on the bottom side, but this is pretty standard. So we're just going to set them down like that.
And these tend to have guides, so you don't have to work hard to fit them. They tend to drop themselves into where they need to be.
And he did, yeah. Okay. And now we're going to use our long screws.
To just secure that down.
Let's go through our screws and set them aside.
And I'm trying to remember, was it 14 or 12 that are the same size?
No, that's the other movement.
That was the other movement.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why... Yep, okay. But they're all the same, aren't they? So why were you going specifically for one screw there?
I'm just making sure I have the right screws. I was doing a screw count. Yeah. And then I'm going to check my shake on the barrel right here.
So, yeah, it doesn't look like it's moving up and down very much. And you've got nice movement as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And put a little lube on this bushing here. Yeah. And a little lube on this bushing here.
So what's going on next?
We're going to put the we're going to sort our parts here. Our crown wheel core. There. Remember the crown wheel spring? This friction spring was hump up?
Yeah, that's super thin little thing.
Yeah, so we're just going to lubricate just a hair right here like this.
Where? Hang on, let me come back across the movement.
I think I see a little hair there.
Oh. Okay.
No, that's just something.
Just
so we're just going to put a little lube there.
Yep.
And put the spring on hump up. And little movements to, and then again a little lube here on the bottom of the wheel, just a little bit there, nothing crazy. And then we're going to lube the surface where the crown wheel core, right here. There's a little more on there. There we go. Make sure we got that right. And this is our lefty.
So this is one of the only screws that's a lefty screw. And it's noticeably bigger and flatter than the others as well, so there's kind of a big warning it's different.
Mm-hmm. And we don't want to scratch it.
And we don't want to scratch it because it's big and shiny and very obvious. Well, I say big, it's big relative to the movement. It's actually very small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that went well. I'm actually going to use a bigger screwdriver to tighten it. There you go. That's it. And it turns with a little bit of friction because we have it, you know. Okay. So we put that together. And right now we're not really committed to any kind of order. But I believe the ratchet wheel goes over there, and now we need our spring. Remember that one, the click spring?
The super small little, is it U-shaped one?
Mm-hmm. But for right now, let's just get our train on. Get that out of the way.
So you're going to start grabbing the wheels.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And now we have to lubricate our seconds. And we're going to use fine oil, which would be like there are synthetic. And we're just going to lubricate that surface, that shoulder right there.
Okay. So we're gonna have a look.
Very minute amount of oil there.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to drop him in there. Just right there. Then we have that one that goes, this should be number 3, and there's a hidden jewel there. You can't see him from this angle.
And do we get the jewel from the other side?
I'm just going to I'm going to fiddle. Turn it around here. I'm working at a distance, so I'm kind of fitting them blind. If I come in like this, I have a better view of that jewel. I can see the top of the jewel right there. Come on, baby, get in there. I had him right the first time. It was just a little depth perception issue there. And then we're going to take the escape wheel, put him home. He tucks under there. This watch isn't as easy as a 3135.
But you would assume with the newer iteration, not only do you get longer power, but you probably get slightly easier to service.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly more logical layout, maybe.
Yeah. So this here longer bridge here is a little different from the 3135. I'm spoiled by that one. But basically, we're going to lay him down in flat 2.
What was the time between the two movement changes? About 10-20 years, I'm guessing? Or Rolex move at a kind of glacial speed for changing stuff, don't they?
So I'm going to lay him down flat.
So again, this will kind of seat itself, won't it, when you lay it on?
It's not going to seat itself as easily as...
But you've got to lay it nicely so that all the wheels are lined up as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your train bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
Mm-hmm. Total misbehavior here.
Hello.
There we go.
Okay, fantastic, thank you.
So that went on there, and then we just gonna fiddle a little today here.
And you don't fully tighten everything up. You want to see freedom of the train first before you start tightening everything up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can pause for a minute.
Actually, it's a convenient place to stop, so we've been running for about 20 minutes. So we'll stop this one here and we'll get started again once this one's on with part 3.